FIFA 23 is a matter of hours away and I for one can't wait to get started. This video is going to be all about my kind of thoughts around FIFA Ultimate Team this year, and my general excitement for it is reasonably high, solely because I've come up with a series idea that I'm going to be starting on Friday that I think you guys will really enjoy. And I'll kind of play with two accounts this year. With the account that I'm going to be using for the series I'm doing will very much be all on camera. And I'm also going to have like a road to glory that I'm going to do off camera, and then I can use that account for little challenge videos or card reviews or whatever else you guys want to see. In the background of this video, you will be able to see my web app playtime for that road to glory account. Haven't started the actual series account yet because I want that to solely be on the console. But I had a little bit of a play around with the web app for my Road to Glory that is going to kind of be my personal account. I'm just going to pop that in the background of this video so you don't have to solely look at my mug. In addition, if you have any questions for me regarding my content this year that I don't answer in this video, please let me know in the comments down below and I'll try and answer all of them before the game comes out Friday. But Matt, you can play the game right now if you just pay for the Ultimate Edition. Look. A little bit of an insight into my life over the last couple of months. I've had to work 2 jobs just to be able to afford this game this year. I wanted to do the YouTube channel. I've really enjoyed what we've done at the end of FIFA 22 and I wanted to continue that into FIFA 23. Needed to find a way to make the funds to get the game. And yeah, been working a weekend job as well as my normal 9 to 5 throughout the week. And due to that, you know, I can't afford to pay what is £20 more for 10 hours worth of access to the game, or for the Ultimate Edition you get a couple of days early access, but I work 9 to 5s and I have a 5-month-old daughter, so the likelihood of me now to play it that much over those 3 days is pretty slim. So yeah, I'm not going to be buying the Ultimate Edition. I've bought it in the past and it's, you know, it's not really been worth it for a channel of my size anyway. Even on old channels I had where I had like 4,000 subscribers, for example, not really worth it. If I was someone who was making money out of YouTube and can chuck money at packs and that sort of thing, that's the sort of content that you want early doors on the website. But for me, a guy who's going to be doing like career mode content and like very weird FIFA Ultimate Team series, then there's no point in me getting it a couple of days early, just breaking my bank just to get it a couple of days early. It's not worth it in my opinion. Yeah, and hopefully you guys understand that. But I have worked hard and I will be getting the game on Friday. So the series that I'm going to be doing is going to be based around one player. And that player is going to have a set amount of missions they have to accomplish. Now, every time we accomplish a mission with the player or with our squad in general, we will unlock the transfer market. If we can't use our coins, we can't buy anything on the transfer market until we complete the mission that we're on. Now, those missions can be decided by me to begin with, but they also can be suggested by you guys in the comments as well. I can open packs that I get from rewards or from SBCs. I can't buy packs, however. Not that you would with coins in a Road to Glory anyway. But what I can then do is use those players to build the squad up a bit until I can complete a mission and then go and use the transfer market. It's very similar to Matt's mission for those of you that have been around my content for a long time, and hopefully all you newcomers will enjoy it as well. It's a bit different to your typical Road to Glory, and it's very different to the other sort of content you see on YouTube with people that are spending lots of money on packs and things. Should be a fun time. I'm looking forward to recording it Friday morning, getting it out Friday afternoon. Now, the FIFA Ultimate Team game mode could be very exciting this year because we have the World Cup. Now, when you usually have a World Cup, you know, it's run by FIFA, and FIFA is the last time that name's going to be used by EA in a football game. Obviously, they run out of their contract with FIFA and they're going to be moving to Football Club in the future. So this is really the last chance they can use the World Cup to their benefit. Now, they're going to use it very well, I think, because, again, when they've done World Cup or Euros content in the past, it's very much at the end of the cycle of a FIFA game because obviously it's in the summer and people are kind of not bored of FIFA by then, but they're playing it a lot less, and the cards that come out for those sort of events like World Cups and Euros have a much less impact on the FIFA Ultimate Team mode. However, this year, Qatar 2022 is bang in the middle of the FIFA cycle. It's in the winter, so the cards that come out around this time could impact how we play the game quite massively, especially if you get some crazy card for when England win on penalties in the World Cup final and Harry Kane gets a 98 rated card, for example. I'm looking forward to seeing how they implement the World Cup into this year's iteration of FIFA Ultimate Team, and I think that it's possibly going to be the difference between me wanting to play the game just for content instead of wanting to play it in my spare time as well. I think those World Cup cards and the challenges that come with it could be a really cool addition to this year. Now, how seriously am I going to take FIFA Ultimate Team this year? Well, the series that we're making, obviously, we create the challenges, we create the missions that we've got to do, so we can kind of control where we go with it. I don't necessarily have to play Weekend League every weekend and sweat it out. It's not going to be that kind of series. I will have my own account where I could do a video on a team that we've made that are going to play in the Weekend League, and I do a Weekend League video for you guys. Like, that is a possibility. However, it's not something that I'm going to solely focus on. I always find that there is a massive gap in FIFA Ultimate Team, whether it be a skill gap, which I'll admit I haven't got the skill to compete with the best players, or whether it be a financial gap whereby people do just buy lots of packs and end up getting a much better team than you do, and players like Icons over the years have had this sort of weird feeling in Ultimate Team where the ball seems to bounce to them. You know, it is a thing, and I do think it is still very much something that does exist in FIFA Ultimate Team. So because of that, I've kind of been turned off competitive FIFA, if I'm honest with you. By all means, I will give it a go, and I like the thought of the typical FPS ranked sort of feel to things where, yes, I might be a bronze 1 at the moment, but can I get into silver 3? Is that a possibility? And I don't know whether Weekend League's going to have that this year. We'll have to see if the matchmaking is good enough to make me feel like I am competing at each game. Whether I win or lose, I need to feel like I've got a chance. If I'm playing Weekend League and I'm coming up against people with R9 and blooming Zidane in their team first week of the game, I'm just going to lose interest very, very quickly. So we'll have to see how that goes. Obviously, I can't invest loads of money into packs, and even if I did have the money, there's an element of me not wanting to, if I'm honest with you. I think if it was my actual content, in the sense that I was a bigger YouTuber and this was my job, I could see FIFA points being a bit of a reinvestment in the content, and I'd potentially do pack openings at Christmas or team of the season, team of the year, that sort of thing. But that's not the case, and I very highly doubt that I will ever get the opportunity to do this as a job and to buy packs for a living. So that's kind of where I'd sit on that. I don't know. It's with the Weekend League as well. There's also an element of it takes up a lot of your time. I have a 5-month-old baby. My weekends are family time, and I do a lot of helping look after her because obviously I'm working in the day during the week. These videos are all kind of recorded in my lunch break, usually, if I'm honest with you. So, yes, I would love to be able to sit here and just play FIFA constantly and stream for you guys and all sorts, but it's not realistic. Let's build a channel on having fun with FIFA and being creative, which is exactly what I want to do. Saying that, when I had all the time in the world back on like FIFA 17, I could barely make elite anyway. Now, the final thing I want to talk about is chemistry, because chemistry is the biggest change in FIFA Ultimate Team this year. Instead of it being a 100-point chemistry system, it's now a 33-point chemistry system, whereby each player can receive 3 chemistry points. Now, I would love to sit here and completely explain the way that it works to you, but frankly, I don't have a clue. I've started to get my head around it with some SBCs, as you will see behind me now, within the gameplay that I've shown you today, but I haven't really got to grips with being creative with it. For example, the team that I'm currently sat on is a Premier League team with 2 Serie A players in it that happen to link nationality anyway, so it's going to be cool because you don't have to necessarily have your player next to the person they have chemistry with. So, for example, as you'll see towards the end of the gameplay behind me, I've got Tammy Abraham up front, with Chris Smalling at centre-back. Now, those two obviously both play for Roma, both are English, but they only link together because they're on the same team. They don't have to be in adjacent positions, which is quite cool. And I think that is a massive improvement to the chemistry system. I just think people don't like change, and we maybe just need to get used to it before we start slandering the chemistry system of FIFA Ultimate Team 23. Now, an area I lack patience in is SBCs. Loads of SBCs come out and I just get frustrated because I can't be bothered to sit there and try and work it out sometimes. I tend to look them up online and then just buy all the players that I need, which is obviously not the cost-effective way of doing it. You need to use the players that you've already got in your club, ideally. With this chemistry change, I think SBCs are going to get harder. They're going to be harder to work out, harder to understand, and that's what I've already found with the introduction to SBCs. There was an SBC I was trying to do in the other night on the app, whereby you could only have one chemistry point per player, and there was only 3 players you for 3 positions you needed to fill, and I kept getting 4 points or 5 points of chemistry because they're in the same league and stuff. It was quite hard to do for someone who's a bit of a novice at that sort of thing. So if I'm going to develop my SBC game, I'm gonna have to work pretty hard at it, I think. I nearly forgot to talk about FUT Moments, which is one of the new modes for FIFA Ultimate Team this season. I think it's a single player mode only, which is a little bit disappointing, but it basically drops you in the middle of a game and allows you to play out a scenario and try and complete certain challenges. I think this is really cool. It's a bit of a pick up and play kind of mode, which is brilliant for what I've been doing recently, which is playing on my mobile phone. So I've been playing FIFA Ultimate Team on my phone, connected to a PlayStation controller, and just playing it in bed and stuff. So basically playing PlayStation Portable, which is cool. It's a nice way of playing the game, and these offline modes are definitely the best thing to do. Sometimes playing online modes, it gets a bit laggy and stuff when you're playing off your phone. So playing offline modes, which are like your squad battles and these new FUT moments, is going to be really good for that. And I think that these moments sound interesting. You're going to earn stars, which you can then use to redeem to get rewards. Those rewards might be a certain player, it might be packs, which is just another way for people to get stuff for free, which is pretty decent. I think that keeping your players in your club is going to be really important this year, because some of these challenges are going to have certain criteria, certain squads you've got to use, certain players even that you've got to try and score with, etc. They are saying that they are going to give you the chance to get these players on loan, but I'm guessing you then only have a certain amount of games to try and complete the challenge before you run out of contracts on that player. So it's probably best to have them in the squad, isn't it? But a very interesting mode, and it's probably something I will try and incorporate into our FIFA Ultimate Team series. It's definitely something that I will give a go on my Road to Glory account, and potentially do some videos on if it becomes interesting. So those are my initial thoughts before I actually physically get hands-on with FIFA 23. Let me know what you guys think of FIFA Ultimate Team 23 in the comments down below. I haven't actually looked at career mode yet. I haven't looked at any changes they're making to career mode, so I'm interested to see what's going to be happening there. We will have a career mode on the channel as well on Friday, so look forward to that. It's another rebuild, a bit like the Newcastle one, but this one is a little closer to my heart, and is going to be much harder in my opinion. I think that it's going to be a difficult rebuild to do, so look forward to that. Thank you very much for listening to me ramble. Like the video if you're looking forward to my FIFA 23 content. Comment down below everything that I've asked for in this video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you in the next one. Oh, and by the way, the player that we're doing this mission-based FIFA Ultimate Team series on has featured in this video. So can you guess who it is?